Okay, here we go. Morning. Oh, I forgot to update my stream info. That's all right. It still says Monday on that, but it's actually Tuesday. Okay. I'll live with that. Let's switch over to my screen. There we go. All right. So yesterday we worked on finishing up the game log stuff. We made a bunch of changes to refactor the way logs work. That was this here and this here. And then what we did was we modified the code to keep track of how many turns the player took during the game and how much damage was inflicted and how much damage was taken. And it was done in an extensible way so we could add different things to track, lots of different things to track. And we can take a quick look at that. I think it's under events. Yeah. So you can just say record event and give it a string. And actually, it would be nice if it were a little less flexible than that, right? There should be like an enum for the different types. And then if you want to add a new event, you got to extend the enum. And that way you don't have to worry about typos in your strings anywhere. Which is one of the things I was concerned about yesterday when we were trying to debug this. Before I start getting into the next section, which is text layers, I'd like to take a look at another 7DRL. Let's start off with one of those. We looked at Caverna Caprica yesterday, and I couldn't play it too well because I had trackpad instead of mouse. Now I got my mouse set up, so hopefully this will work a little bit better. But we're going to try Horde Survivors. Survive the Horde and grab the Amulet of Yendor. Okay. Great imagining of a VS. A VS is a turn-based game. Okay. Let's see what it says here. An entry into the 2022 7DRL. Use this is a changelog. It's a turn-based twist. I'm not sure. I don't see any controls listed. Vampire Survivors. Turn-based Vampire Survivors. Okay. So it says press space to play. Maybe the rest of the... Oh, it's Unity. Okay. Alright, let's press space to play. Ooh, that is a little awkward, isn't it? I'm going to mute this tab. Just in case. Well, that's a little awkward. You can't really read the instructions. 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like maybe it is meant to be wider screen. Why don't we open it in a I'm gonna hit escape to exit at full screen. Let's open this in its own tab and see if we can. Yeah, see now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's restart. Yeah, I think it's meant to be played full screen on maybe a 1080p monitor. Let's try that. Yeah, okay, now we can read. That was a confusing thing. All right. We have abilities, we have gems to give XP, we have food to give HP, barrels and crates contain goodies. You only control movement, skip turn with spacebar, move diagonally with numpad, or combine up, down, plus left, right. Okay, we can try that. Direction pointer to artifact. Alright, so it's toggle music with an M button. Alright, so do we want this archer guy, this magic user guy? Looks like a barbarian, dwarf, maybe a generic fighter and a something. Wizard. What's the difference between this guy and this guy? All right, let's just go with number 1 and see how that goes. It looks like I have. Let's see. I'm gonna use up arrow. Can I use WASD? Oh, it looks like it's shooting. If I use D, it shoots. Oh no, he just shoots every so often. Okay. How do I open the barrel? Oh, I have to hit it a few times. Oh, this is very confusing control. Because I don't know what shoots. I think he just shoots every so often. There we go. How are we doing in terms of... I see 6 kills. 168 gold and 56 turns so far. Shoots arrows at your enemy. All I can do is control movement. I can't control any... Wow. Oh, I can level up. I can shoot 2 arrows. Let's shoot 2 arrows. Oh, I have to use arrow keys? And spacebar maybe? Wow. Okay. This is an interesting way of... And then I died. Okay. That was very, very interesting. A little awkward to play, but... Yeah, I did the inability to shoot when you want to shoot makes it hard to play. All right. Let's get into this then. Let's get back to our roguelike. And I think I have... Yeah. I finally figured out how to put the track name on the bottom. And hopefully that's going to work. Let me just pull up Pretzel here and make sure that looks correct. Yep, that looks correct. Okay. I think we're going. I think we're doing well. All right, so we're going to look at text layers today. The default 8x8 font can get quite hard to read. Yeah, I read this yesterday. For large blocks of text, especially when combined with post-processing effects. Yeah, I've turned off post-processing effects because it's hard to... It made it weirder to stream. RLTK's graphical console modes, basically everything except curses, supports displaying multiple consoles on the same screen, optionally with different fonts. RLTK ships the VGA font, 8x16, which is much easier to read. We use that, but only for the log. Initialization with the second layer in a VGA font is easy. So in our main, we're going to add context. We're going to add to the context. We have a simple 80x60 with title Roguelike Tutorial with font VGA 8x16.png quotes and 8 and 16 with sparse console 80x30 VGA 8x16.png. There's no unwrap there. Okay. The main loop's clear screen needs to be expanded to clear both layers. Should this have been the 8x8? Doesn't look like it. Alright, well we'll see what happens. So the main loop's clear screen needs to be expanded to clear both layers, and that's in game state. Here's CLS. Okay. I ran into some problems with the text block component in multiple consoles, so I wrote a replacement. Alright. In source game log store, we remove the display log function and add a replacement called print log. Oh, it was called log display. So we're going to call something pub fun print log console. Not box, din console, pause point. log.lock.unwrap.iter.reverse.take6 for each. This is doing take 12, but I guess we're doing take 6 because it's shorter. Log iter for each frag that. Console print color XY frag color RGB named RLTK black. So the background is always black. Frag text x plus equals frag text len SI32 and x plus equals 1. That's the space. That's the extra space in there. Okay. And then y plus equals 1. X is equal to pos dot x. And to correct the exports in mod. So we're going to change this from log display to print log. As soon as this cargo check is done. Game log. So log display, print log. All right, and then we're going to have to change our GUI code, right? Since the new code handles rendering, it's very easy to draw a log file, change the log render in GUI.rs to print log. But RLTK backend internal lock consoles 1 console. That's not good. Point new 123. And this changes to game log, print log. We don't need the block anymore. We don't need block render, and we don't need that. Okay. 4 errors. It's a private function. Really? Didn't I just change it to be a public? Oh. Line 335. Oh, it didn't save it. There we go. And what do we have here? Mismatch closing to linear. Oh. Like that. That needed 3. That needs 2. So what am I doing wrong here? Oh, because I got an extra one in there. Okay. There we go. That looks better. Okay, backend internal frag.color expected RGBA found struct RLTK something. So where is log fragment defined? Pub color RGB. Or do I have? Oh, I have to do RGB named frag color. Like this. I bet. No, that's not it either. So what was the bug? And we can take a look at their code here and take a look at, oops, it is here. Nope. It's on here somewhere. Here we go. So we're in chapter 72 now, text layers. Source, game log, print log, and this is in log store. Oh, look at that. We missed the 2 RGBA. Okay, so we need to add that. 2 RGBA 1.0. And then we don't have RGB name. RGBA. Interesting. And then frag.text doesn't work either. Oh, TEXT. There we go. Okay. One more problem. Doesn't like with title. Method not found. Okay, let's take a look at their main and see what's missing. FN main. Oh, you unwrap right up there. Okay. The title with font with sparse console. Okay. There we go. 3 warnings though. Okay, let's see if we can fix those up. GUI. We don't need text block. And log display, right? We can just remove. Okay, and that should get rid of those warnings. All right, let's see what that looks like. Before we do, let me just take a look here. If you cargo run now, you'll see a much easier to read log section. Okay, yeah, it's a little bigger. And I've disabled this thing where it adds those lines in there because it really makes it hard to stream. So I've removed that special effect. So let's build this. Go and then refresh, begin new game. Okay, see now it's taller. Okay, that's good. All this text is smaller. But if I just hit space and yeah, I think it's more legible, right? It's twice as high. You can actually probably squeeze an extra line in there, but maybe not. I don't know. Okay, that's that. So git status, git add source. Let's just check in with Clippy real quick, and then we can commit this change. Git commit -m. Nothing changed, right? Yeah. Git commit -m make log text lines bigger. Okay. Let's clean up the GUI code. Since we're working on the GUI, now would be a good time to clean it up. It would be nice to add some mouse support too. Don't we already have mouse support? I mean, we can already... Oh. We used to. I mean, we can still point at things. We don't have that little cursor that runs around following us, though. We'll start by turning GUI into a multi-file module. It's huge, so breaking up is a win in and of itself. Make a new folder and move the GUI file into it and rename that to mod.rs. So, source... Make there a GUI, git move GUI.rs into GUI mod.rs. Oh, it's in tutorial. There we go. Now we're back up here. Then we'll do some rearranging. Make a new file, item render, and add mod item render to GUI mod, and move the functions get item color, get item display name into it. Let's do this. GUI. Yeah. So we're going to create a new file called tutorial GUI, called item render.rs. And we're going to move get item color. Oh. It's just these guys here. That goes there, and get item display name, which is this. And that goes here. Okay, and then we're going to add at the top, we're going to add mod item render pub use item render stop. So this should all still build. Oh wait, we got to add GUI to the tutorial mod, right? Oh, right. And so this also needs to have use statements. Source tutorial mod. And this needs a GUI. Pub mod GUI, pub use GUI star. Right. Oh, I already had it. Okay. Oh, because it's duh. It was a separate module already. Okay, so what we need to do now is import all these. Use what, superstar? Yeah, okay, that's all we needed to do. Our LTK now supports drawing hollow boxes, so we can delete the draw hollow box function. Replace calls to draw hollow box with CTX draw hollow box. GUI. Draw hollow box. I'm going to just comment it out just in case. And then draw hollow box should be ctx.draw hollow box. I'm guessing it's without the CTX in front. Yeah, well, it built. I mean, it checked. Let's see if it builds and runs and still draws the hollow boxes. Make a new file HUD. Add mod HUD and pub use HUD. Move the following functions to it: draw attribute and draw UI. Okay. One thing at a time. Gonna hit refresh here to see if the draw hollow box works. Yeah, all those hollow boxes are still being drawn. Okay. Whew. Didn't I also put in this editor thing? Does it not draw a hollow box anywhere? Oh, just draw a box. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so we're gonna make HUD. Oops. Wrong window. There we go. Source tutorial, GUI HUD. And we're gonna move which two files? Draw attribute. That's the whole thing right there. 1, 2, 3. Use superstar. And then draw UI. Oh, all of draw UI. That's a big file. Oops, and of course I missed the beginning of it. There we go. So then this goes away. This draw hollow box goes away. And we already moved draw attribute, right? Oh, there is no call to draw attribute here, so oops. So draw attribute doesn't actually need to be a public function, and it isn't. Okay. And then we have to add mod HUD pub use HUD star. All right, let's see if this checks. Okay, good. Make a new file tooltips and add mod tooltips, pub use tooltips, and add draw tooltips. Okay. Oh, not that one here. Down here. Source tutorial GUI tooltips. And I think the tooltip code is all at the bottom here. Yeah. And then this needs to be mod tooltips, pub use tooltips star. Two errors. We don't have tooltip. Oh, because it's not pub. Okay. And what's the other error? The same one. Okay. We can't do tooltip new because it's not pub. And we probably have to make these other guys pub as well, right? Add width. Yep. Private associated function. Add height. Oh, I'm in the wrong file here. Height and width. I just want to do it one at a time just to make sure I get it all right, and then render. So they all do need to be public. Okay. Good. That's clean. So that's the tooltips, and now we have inventory menu. We're going to move the inventory menu code into there. Okay. GUI inventory menu. Move the inventory menu code in there. Okay. Use superstar inventory. Okay, so this is a little frustrating because I did create a show inventory drop item and remove item. And I guess instead of creating an inventory menu and then a drop item menu and a remove item menu and a remove curse menu, well, I think remove curse is still there. So I think I'm just going to do all of these guys all at once into single file here, and then put mod inventory menu. I'll use inventory menu star. Yeah, rather than having them split, because we have this refactored code here where I created a single menu function and have this guy here saying whether it's in the backpack or whether it's equipped, depending on that, what to show here, and then inventory drop or remove. So that way we don't have three files. Remove curse, unfortunately, is still here. Oops. Where's remove curse? Oh, draw tooltips? Wait, didn't I just... Shouldn't draw tooltips? Yeah, the draw tooltips function has to be in the tooltips. All this goes into tooltips, which of course is not there. Like that. Okay. We still have a summon item is something I added, right? Yeah, this is something I added for cheating. Here's the cheat menu. Remove curse menu is very similar to the inventory, remove, and equip menus, but I guess it's going to be its own thing now, for now. But we should be able to clean it up. Remove curse menu. Right. This. That whole thing, right? Put that here, use superstar. Go down here. Mod. Abuse. Like that. Right, and then again this time identify menu, range target, GUI main menu, game over menu, cheat menu, and vendor menu. That's a lot of important cleanup. Well, I mean, it's reshuffling things. So let's finish those up. Identify menu, source tutorial, GUI, identify menu, superstar, and then we will grab this this whole thing and put it in there, and put mod identify menu, pub use, check, and then range target. GUI range target menu. That's that. And then we have to add it here. Okay. Good. Main menu. Right there, use super star, put the main menu there, and then add it here. Main menu, pub use, star, check. Oop, didn't like something. Oh, crate, maybe. There we go. Then what's left? Game over menu. And we do have game over results, so we can pull this in as well. Source tutorial GUI game over menu. Superstar. Put that there. And then mod game over menu. Abuse game over menu. Star. Click on check. There we go. And then cheat menu. Where's our cheat menu? We do have this cheat menu result. Let's move that. Oh, main menu results should go into the main menu. Okay, let's do that in a second. Summon item is something I added for the cheat. So let's add that here as well. And that means this summon item can go here. Actually, I don't think it has to be pub, right? Because we don't. Oh, maybe it does. Let's find out. And then the cheat mode goes here. And then this goes mod cheat menu, use, check. There we go. And then I want to move the main menu result and main menu selection into source tutorial GUI main menu. Goes here like that. So that should also check. Where does item menu result go? Is that just in source tutorial GUI inventory? Yeah, item menu result is here. Okay, so let's put this here. And then we have the vendor menu, which is the last one in this list. So let's create that. Tutorial GUI vendor menu. And do this. Boom, 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 boom. Vendor sell menu. Vendor buy menu. Oh, that's the whole thing. Okay. And then this just contains all the mods. I don't know if we need any of this stuff now. Ooh, GUI vendor results. Oh, because it's changed, right? It changed location. Oh, no, it's because I forgot this. Mod vendor menu. Pub use. There. And the superstar kind of does all of this stuff. It pulls in everything, right? Because if let's say if I eliminated obfuscated name from here, right? Then one of the, then this won't work because it's pulling it in from superstar. I wonder if each one, we should go through each one and just add what it needs. Use create obfuscated name. Right, go through each one. That way the mod itself doesn't have to re-export anything. Maybe that's the right thing to do here. If I pull out camera, then this doesn't have camera. So I have to say use create camera. Yeah, and then so we'd have to go through each one. And then this gets game log, use create game log. This will be a little tedious, but it'll at least clean up all of the imports, and I won't need the superstar anymore, or I shouldn't. Right, and then attribute. Yep. See, so that was only needed in that one file. So pulling it in everywhere. Maybe this will also help speed up compilation, because we do have the incremental compilation that works. And there's consumable. So this might take a little while. Getting through all this. Consumable. There we go. Cursed item. And I think that's only used in the inventory one, right? We can see which ones we need, though. I should just throw in the ones I can see right off the bat. Entity in backpack. Equipped item name master dungeon map. That should still build, even if it's duplicated work. Duration. What's duration used in? We should be able to say, okay. And then I should be able to remove all those use superstar things. Right? Once this all gets cleaned up, all these lines should go away. Editor is only used in the cheat. equipped is used in a bunch of places. There's also some weapon in there. There's a crate. Equipped was the one I was looking at, and then in backpack. Save a little bit of time. Oh, I should have put in entity as well. Okay, so these we get entity, equipped, in backpack, item name. We have obfuscated name there, and that should be all of those. Okay, 2 warnings now. I wonder if I added something that shouldn't be added. Okay, and then hidden. This gets a hidden. Okay, a hunger clock. Hunger clock is in one spot. Hunger state. Hunger state is in 4. Huh? Oh, but 1 file. Yep, okay, and then in backpack. Backpack. Oh, we should do it this way. Entity. What else do we see here? Nothing else. And backpack. And then. Oh, I already put in backpack there. Okay, and then item. I'm slowly getting there. There's item. You have entity already listed. That's item. Okay. That was easy enough. And then known spells. That's the only one of those. Magic items next. I see entity here. Why isn't it complaining about that? And this might be the result of that superstar thing that I'm hitting it with. Magic item class. That's the only one of those. Then we have map. Map here. Map in the tooltips. More items, and then master dungeon map. Nope. I guess I got all those. Name. 6 of those. We have 1 in item render. That's item render. Here's HUD. Tooltips. And then it's HUD again, tooltips again. Okay, so that should check. We have owned. That's only one of those. We have pools. I think owned is something that I added separately. That's in HUD. Here's tooltips. That's only 2 of those. Then we have Rex assets. There's just 1 of those. That's in the main menu. Oh yeah, because the main menu displays that background. That comes from the Rex assets. That dungeon kind of background thing. Okay, then run state. Okay, there's 2 of those guys. Run state. They're both in main menu. And we have regular state. I think state is something comes from RLTK. Right? Oh, no. Yeah, no, that's just the game state. Okay. So we need state here. 16. Wow. Cheat menu. No, cheat menu. Main menu needs it. State. Inventory menu needs state. Everything needs state. Remove curse. Identify. Range target. Vendor. And we already have remove curse. Okay, so that should take care of state. Let's double check. That was a bunch of changes. Then we have status effect. This is in the HUD. This is in tooltips. And that's also HUD and also tooltips. Okay, vendor. This should just be in the vendor code, right? Vendor menu. Vendor. Yep, and then we have vendor mode, which... Where is vendor mode defined? It's in the game state. Oh, okay. So it's outside the whole vendor menu thing. And now all we have left is viewshed and weapon. So close. Weapon. And where does that get used? Nowhere. Okay, that cleaned up that. Interesting. Or I must have added it already. So the only other thing left is this RLTK business. If I comment out use superstar, what's going to break? A lot of stuff, because we still need the everything. Okay. But that's fine. So at least we don't have this crate export anymore. Specs Prelude star, I'm okay with that. And then the RLTK stuff, I guess I'm okay with. Okay. So that's a bunch of cleanup we did. There's a lot of important cleanup. Also, I recommend referring to the source code if you aren't sure what's needed. Once that's all done, the GUI mod RS doesn't contain any functionality, just pointers to the individual files. Yeah, a bunch of mods and pub uses, and then this thing in here, which we might be able to clean up also. Okay, while we're cleaning up the camera, it's bugged me for a couple of chapters that camera.rs isn't in the map module. Let's move it there. All right, before I do that, let us just check all this stuff in. Git status. Git add source, git commit-m refactor GUI code into individual modules. Wow. Okay. Bunch of changes. And now we're going to remove pubmob camera from main and use superstar to use create blah blah blah. Okay, so we're going to move. We do have. So we're basically moving camera from tutorial to map. So things are going to get a little wacky because I have slightly different layout, directory layout. Source tutorial camera into source map, and then that's going to break a bunch of stuff. Map mod. We're going to have to say here mod camera, use camera star, and then a bunch of other things are going to break. Well, that doesn't exist anymore. And this should be, instead of camera render camera, it's map camera render camera, right? Okay, let's see if that works. Not quite. Oh, map camera. No. Oh, I guess we're going to have that in every... No, it doesn't like this map camera business. It doesn't like this map camera business. So we're going to need to put it in lib, right? To get it, yeah, we have pub mod map, pub use map. Yeah, but that should give us map, right? Or maybe it should be create camera. Let's see. Let's see if create camera works. Oh, it didn't. No, it didn't work before because I did this and it said, oh, it can't find camera. No camera in the roots. And create map camera doesn't exist because there's no map module or something. Use of undeclared create or module map. But if I look in lib, there's definitely a module called map. In the crate. Does it give us any more information other than that? It says private module. Camera's a private module. So did I do that wrong in our map? No, pub use camera. Oh, did I say pub mod camera? Oh, that's it. Yeah, so then I can get rid of all this map camera business. Right? Yeah, okay, that worked. So now the camera's moved into the right spot. And let's commit these changes. Move camera to map module. Good. Batched rendering. RLTK recently gained a new rendering feature, the ability to render in batches. This makes rendering compatible with systems. You can't add RLTK as a resource, it has too many thread unsafe features. We're not going to tackle systems in this chapter, but we'll switch to the new rendering path. It's a bit faster and overall cleaner. The good news is that you can largely mix and match the two styles while you switch over. Start by enabling the system. At the very end of tick in main.rs, add a single line RLTK render draw buffer. So at the end of tick, you have damage system delete the dead RLTK render draw buffer CTX. Okay. This tells RLTK to submit any draw buffers it has accumulated to the screen. What's the warning? Oh. Okay. Expect unable to draw buffer. Okay. By adding this first, we ensure that anything we switch over will be rendered. Okay, now batching the camera. So we're going to open up the camera, which is here. Replace the use RLTK line with RLTK prelude style. Okay. I don't know what's going to break if I do that. Now that RLTK supports a prelude, we should use it. Then at the first line of render camera, let draw batch equals draw batch new. This requests that RLTK create a new draw batch. These are high performance pooled objects to collect drawing instructions and can be submitted in one go. This is really cache friendly and often results in significant improvements in performance. Replace the first set command with drawbatch.set. Where's the first set command? Oh, now we have this color pair business. Where does it get the CTX then? Because this is CTX set. Now we're doing a drop. Oh, maybe we okay. And I changed this to X and Y instead of X plus 1 and Y plus 1 because we were getting some weird offsets going on. And now we say color pair new foreground background. Like that. You'll want to work through and make the same change for all the drawing calls. Add a new line at the very end, draw batch dot submit 0. All right, so every set okay, and here's another one. And here's another one. Two more. Okay, and then at the end, so this is the end here, we're going to say draw batch submit 0. This submits the map render as a batch. The completed function looks like this. Okay, let's see if this builds. Not yet. Expected 3 arguments, supplied 4 arguments. Oh, because these have to be points. I missed that part. Okay. The XYs need to be points. Point new. Point new. Point new. Like that. Oop. Expected 5 arguments. Draw batch. Okay. Still 2 warnings. So draw batch submit has a thing that needs to be used. Okay. Expect Saver to submit batch. Okay. If your cargo run now, mostly the same as before, but tooltips that normally appear on top of the map aren't visible. They are underneath because we submitted at the end. Alright, so if I look now, if I begin a new game, we see the tooltips on top, right? And now if I rebuild and refresh, refresh, begin new game, and now I put the tooltips, they're behind the display. Okay, so we will fix that. Batching the GUI. We'll start with the GUI HUD because it's the messiest. Add a let mutt batch, blah blah blah. This is in the HUD. To the beginning, and a draw batch submit 5,000 to the end. Why 5,000? There are 80 by 60, 4,800 possible tiles in the map. Provided number acts as a sort, so we're guaranteeing that we'll draw the GUI after the map. Then it's a matter of converting the CTX calls to equivalent batch calls. It's also a good time to break the giant draw GUI function into small pieces. The completely refactored GUI HUD looks like this. Alright, so we have the box framework. Oh, I see. We're passing in the draw batch everywhere. So we're going to start with... Why is that pub? I don't know why that's pub. Where's draw UI? Ooh, this is a lot of work. So here's draw UI. So we're going to start off with this. Let mutt draw batch. New. And then let player entity. Like that. And then we're going to call the box framework. Like that. And we're going to split out the box framework now. I'm going to do these one at a time to make sure everything still compiles. Here's box framework. So here's box gray. Like that, and then we're going to draw hollow box. So these are these lines here. Those are exactly the same, and then black we're going to grab like that, and then draw box connectors, and these lines here. Right, and that's that. So that's the box framework. So this should all still build. Oops. Draw batch. Enough. Oh, we have to use the prelude, right? Use RLTK prelude star. Use. I don't think we use specs prelude. I'm not going to add that. And this is something we added one line at a time. We can add the super line here. If I pull this out and see what blows up, we can fix these one at a time. We have world. Oh, that's where specs goes. Use specs, prelude, world. Like that. Entity. Use super entity. All right, can I do this? For entity, it did come out of. Okay, and then we're gonna. I should have copy pasted the box gray, not deleted it. Get item display name. Right, that's right here in super. Still have 29 errors. Get item color. Draw tooltips. Those are the only 3 that they said to list in here, but I still have 26. Oh, right, I have to fix up all of these guys. The draw box framework takes a rect with size. And then a color pair. Oh boy. Right, and then rect is probably something that we need to add. Well, I didn't complain about rect. I thought I had a private rect. Oops. Do that, that, and that. And then color pair, new. And then this, and then, oops. This and this. Okay, and then this becomes points, right? New, right? And then that, we do this. And unfortunately, everything's not lined up properly. So I can't do the color pair. Let's try it now. Okay, so that should fix that. Read storage, ECS. Really? We have the specs. Oh, let's just do that. I don't know why I did world there. There, that's better. Okay, so 3 warnings. I'm sure we'll clean those up at some point. All right, so that's the box framework done. The next is the map label. What is the map label? Oh, the town name. It's not the town name. Draw the map label. Okay. So for this, we just need the map, name length, and this thing, and then we do a print color. And then we don't have to worry about dropping the map because it is already going to be dropped as part of the function. Map label. And then we're going to grab box gray, black, and white. The colors, this becomes draw batch. As does that, as does this. And then we have to change these things to points. And this to color pair. Same here. New. Color pair. New. And then this is a point. New. Color pair. New. Right, and then we drop the map after that. Oh, I forgot to call it. Map name. Oh, map name is right there. Oh, expected. Oh, these are backwards. Interesting. We put the point, then the text, then the color pair. That's weird. And of course, I need to call it here. Map label. Oh, I have to give it the world too. Yep. Okay, so that's a map label. Next is draw stats. So we have pools, right? We have player pools. There it is. When we have health. Oh, right. That was a comment I had in there. Health, mana, and XP. Right, and then we're going to draw batch all of this stuff all the way down to here. So this giant chunk becomes its own function called draw stats. ECS world, draw batch, player entity. So, oops. Like that, and so we're going to have to grab this. We already have it, so we're just going to pass it in. So draw stats, ECS, draw batch, player entity, and then we're going to change. Oh, I didn't mean to make this over here. I meant to put this in this order. Okay. And then down here, this needs to close. And then all the CTXs change to draw batch. Oops. And then we're going to have to update all of the... Okay, so draw batch print color, which is a point new. Let's do it this way. Health here, mana here, and XP here, and then we do color, pair, new, do that and that, and then draw bar. Okay. Draw bar horizontal gets this treatment. Epic. Did you solve the mystery of resetting counters when a new level started? Yeah, all I did was delete that code that it's in the game over, or generate. What was the game state? Generate world map. So what was happening in generate world map? Here, this line here was in the generate world map, so every time we transition to a different level, it would clear all the events. And so I just moved it up to this code here, which is game over. So when game over, then we clear the events. And that seemed to fix it, but I still don't understand why, because the log is not being cleared when we change levels either, and so I'm still puzzled, but I'm just living with it for now. Color, pair, new, white, new, color, pair, new. Epic says, was that bug in the book? Yeah, we looked at the code, but there may be. I mean, we looked at the repo, which had all the code in there, and I think it's still set that way. If I look at main, generate world map, I gotta say FN generate. Yeah, see, they still do the clear events here, so I don't know if it was tested. It would be nice to do this in a TDD methodology, but right now I'm just learning, and maybe when I write my own, I'll do a TDD version of it. Color, pair, new, gold and black. Okay, so then we have to move all these colors up as well. We have white, black, red, blue, and gold. Black, white, red, blue, and gold. And I'll just delete the ones we don't use. All right, and then I call draw stats here. Where is it? Here it is. Yeah, I call draw stats right there. Okay. Oh boy. Oh right, we have to change the order of these things. Oh wait, no, this is yeah. So this is all the here's attributes. So we got to draw attributes. Let's do that. That's a short function. Actually, we can just copy and paste this and change the name. It uses the same parameters. Okay, and then everything else is the same. Oh, except we have to pass in draw batch instead of CTX. Oops. And then draw attribute has to change to accept that. Instead of CTX, we're going to say, where is draw attributes? There it is. Yeah, it's just draw batch. Not draw batch. Okay, and then we have black, we have attribute gray, somewhere we have white, I guess. And then this becomes draw batch, print color, point new, name, pair, new. Right, and then this is white. Got it. And then this becomes draw batch. Point new. Format goes here, and then color, pair new. Like that. Same with this, draw batch, point new, color pair, new. Let's do that, do that, do that, do that, do that, and that, and that. Okay. And then draw batch, set, point new. Oops. Color pair new. Wow, 2 in a row. Okay. I'll go check. Draw attributes. Oh, because I forgot this and this. And this should be draw attributes. And I think the rest are, yeah, the player pool thing. Okay, so now we have to do initiative. Initiative weight. And it's the same function signature as this. And we just pull this in. It's just those 3 lines. That's it, huh? Initiative penalty and then gold. Okay, but now we have to grab all these things here. Do we already have that? Let attributes. Yes, we have it right here. Copy paste that there. We have adders, same line, and then black, white, and pools. There's black and white, and then pools. Like that. And then player pools, which is this line here. Let's put the colors up top. Those are the attributes, adder, black, white, player pools, and then we change all of these to draw batch. Point new. Color pair new. And then we'll move it down here. Then we do the same thing with this guy. And finally with the money. Don't we have gold? We do have gold. Let's grab gold from here and put it here. I guess to be consistent, and then we can just change this money to gold and black. Right. Oh, and I have to call it initiative weight. Which is ECS, draw batch, and player entity. Okay, I missed this guy here. Draw batch, and draw batch. 6 errors. So we still have draw batch horizontal is failing. Let's figure out what I did wrong. We have the point, the 14, the player hit points, current player hit points, mana or hit points, and then we have the color pair. Oh, it's not draw bar horizontal, it's just bar horizontal. What else is failing? Player entity, you can't pass it in. Why can't we pass in player entity? Oh, just borrow. Okay. There we go. Down to 6 warnings. So things seem to be going okay. The next is equipped. This is a bigger chunk. Looks like we need black and yellow as our 2 colors. And again, we'll just grab this function signature, and this is equipped. Oops, like this, and then we'll grab black and yellow. And then we're going to just grab all of this code here, delete, and put it in here. And then we're going to have to, there's entities equipped. So, oh, this is already kind of self-contained. Okay, so then we just look for CTX and change it to draw batch, point new, that, get item display name, and then color pair, new, get item color, that. And then this last line here, draw batch, point new, color pair, new, and then this. And we're done. Oh, I have to call it equipped. Like that. And now y is not found in the scope. Okay, so that's because, oh, we passed back y. Ha! That's funny. Let y equal this. And of course, equip doesn't pass it back yet because I forgot to add that to the here it is. Return value needs to get that I32, and then this goes y. That's one of the downsides of this kind of style of return code. Without seeing the actual return keyword in there, it's easy to just get that lost in the shuffle. All right, so we return y, and now we're going to do consumables. And we're going to actually take a mut y instead of returning. Oh no, we are going to return it. We're just going to mutate it while we're playing with it. Okay. And change that to y and return that, and then call. I guess mut y there, and then y is equal to consume. Consumables. And we're going to pass in y. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, we have to grab the entities here. So we have black, yellow, entities, consumables, and backpack. So entities. Yes, entities. I'll just put this over here, and we don't need that anymore. And that can go like that. Uh-oh. All right, draw batch. I have to say point new, and hit that. I'm hoping to be able to get this all finished in time for the end of the stream. Color pair, new. If I can get this all refactored, that would be good. And then we do the same thing here. Point new. Color pair, new. Like that. 3 warnings. Oh, yellow. And we need black. Oops. And what else do we need? That's it. Okay. Okay, 7 warnings. Wow, we're getting more and more warnings. Then spells. Spells is short. We're almost done. It also takes in y and then returns a y. So we'll say y there. Point new. And color pair new. And then these get to be draw batch. Like that. Cyan and black. That, and then black, and then we're going to need known spells. Oh, let's see what happens. Yep. Okay, now we're at 10 warnings. slowly growing. Then we have a status, which is this hunger effect thing. And we need, oops, all the way down to just before the log. I'll copy this and then just delete the Y parts of it. Status. Like that. And then we need colors, right? So let's first do this, draw batch. Okay, and then point new. New. Point new. And then finally point new. This is color pair, new. We need red and black. Red, green, orange, and black. So let's put those up. We don't need white, red, green, orange, and black. Okay. And then, oh, right, we need to do the color pairs here. Color pair, new. Like that. Do the same thing here. Color pair, new. Okay, and then here. And then that one's that one. And then we actually need to call it. I forgot to call it. What did I miss? Oh, I forgot to flip those around. Okay, so 15 warnings. All right, we have, what was the last thing I called was consumables. So we need to call, oops, let's take a look here. Initiative wait, let mut y equals equipped. That's what I did, right? Where is it? Down here somewhere. Let mut y equals equipped. Oh, y plus equals consumables. Okay. And pass in y, and then spells. All right, and then status without the y. All right, and then game log, print log, we have that already, and then draw match submit. Oh, where's draw tooltips? Oh, it's right after there. Okay, draw batch submit 5,000. And we don't need any of that. All right, so now we check. We have 3 warnings. What are the warnings? We're not using gold anywhere. Oh, wrong mod. I meant the GUI. Oh, where is it? There it is. I'm not using gold or orange. Interesting. And then draw batch submit has a thing that must be used. Okay. HUD. I'm able to draw batch from HUD. There. Done. Okay. So now that's a lot of shared functionality between our various menus that could be combined to help. Okay, so that's something else we're going to deal with, but not today. I think we're going to wrap the stream up here now that we got this working. Right, and this is where we're going to actually handle the whole menu stuff. Because we have this menus things where we reuse menu stuff all over the place, and we're going to fix that. All right, so let's see if this actually works now better with our tooltips. Because right now the tooltips are underneath. So let's refresh, start a new game. Tooltips are still underneath. So what did we change? Nothing. I thought that's what we were fixing. I thought we were fixing the underneath tooltips. Here's draw tooltips. I guess well, they're underneath because we submitted at the end. But we already have the tooltip. Oh, we don't submit here. We submit here. In the camera code. This is render camera. So, does he say to change? Let's add a mute, right, new at the beginning and a draw batch submit 5,000 to the end, which is what I did, but that was in the draw UI, gets a 5,000. Let me see if he changed the camera. Submit value. No, it still says drawback submit 0. Interesting that in this code they don't need a result. Render camera. Yeah, there's no result. So that's something that must have been added after this tutorial was written. Okay. So anyway, the tooltips still don't work, and we're going to start tomorrow with batching the menus. But meanwhile, let's check in the Clippy. Clippy should be happy because we don't have any. Add a default for tooltip. Sure. Tooltip. And they just have the code here, just calling new. Default. Self new. That's all you have to do. Tool top. Yeah. All right. Simple enough. Refactor HUD code into separate functions. Okay. And let's push this up and take a look at what we did. That's locks. There we go. There's a bunch of changes actually. Refactoring a lot of things. So it was a lot. Wow. Okay. And all these draw batches get spread out. It's kind of annoying, but it's harder to read the code, I think, than if it were all together. Or single lines. And these, I think it's just because we refer to them directly versus using RLTK : : So some of them get used and some of them don't. That would be something nice to clean up. All this RLTK stuff. We shouldn't have to use it in the mod for GUI. Yeah, I should take this out of here and you put it in the individual places it's needed. So let's do that now before I end the stream, because that's a good way to end a stream. RLTK. RLTK. happened here? It's gonna complain about every single one of these things. Okay, let's restart. Okay. Use RLTK virtual key code. And same here. Oh, they have the prelude, right? Let's see if the prelude works. Does that help? Or do I have to not do it that way? Yeah, this is identify menu. And this vendor menu. It's also vendor menu. Sheet menu. Oh. Okay, let's take a look at that. Oh yeah, I should change this to the prelude. What am I doing? That should fix that one. Because it should pull in all this RGB stuff, right? Getting closer. Yeah. It's too annoying to go through the quick fix list one item at a time if all I have to do is this for each one. It's faster to just do a cargo check. Okay, so we're 4 warnings. Oh, good. So we can get rid of the super on the sheet menu. Nice. And the game over menu. Good. And the main menu. And let's see how that goes. Okay, so get there. Yeah, let me change this. Oh. Do I still need to do this if I do the prelude? I think I can remove the RLTK from that, right? I probably can get away with that too. Let's see. Yeah, so the console log, can you get rid of 2CP? Can you get rid of it for 2? You can. So I can get rid of all this mess. Because it's part of the prelude. This is something we're going to have to change if we're going to batch up everything, right? Okay. So get diff again. Yeah, so that cleans those up. That's nice. And then this line here on main menu. Okay. Git add source, Clippy. All we did was refactor that prelude into there, so there isn't that much. Okay, git commit use RLTK prelude instead of individual items. Okay, and let's push that sucker up. And I think outdated tests. I don't know. This line here. There we go. Okay. So that makes me happier. All right. And then tomorrow we are going to work on batching the menus. So it's batching the menus modifies all of the menu stuff. Right. And we're going to have to go through each one of these things. And I added the summon item, so we're gonna have to make sure we cover that as well. The drop item menu. For the various item menus, another helper is useful to reduce duplicated code. Yeah. This is interesting. We're passing in the entity. So I did it slightly differently, right? When I did my refactor of it. Inventory menu. There it is. What I did was I pass in the type I'm looking for, and then I just use that type on the read storage to figure out what we're pulling out. It shouldn't be called backpack, it should be called items. But it looks like what they're doing is passing in just a vector of entity string tuples to determine what to draw. Right, and then there's the title there. What did I use for title? Show menu. Heading. I called it heading. I call it str, and they're using a toString, which is fine. Okay, so we're gonna refactor all of that too. So tomorrow, starting with batching menus. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you tomorrow with more Rusty Roguelikes. Take care.